ladies and gentlemen, all in between. Jason, my brother, how you doing, my man?
I'm great, man.
So,
woo! Strong tea tonight?
Yeah. Holy shit. I'm out of sorts. I don't have my normal setup here, but yeah, so a lot going on in the world. Dude, the whole submarine deal.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Bad. That was bad.
You see that remote control?
Yeah.
Well, that's not much more advanced than the fucking one that they had.
That's what I heard. I heard it was like some sort of
minute 5, so you won't get counted out. You can't say the F word within 30 seconds, or you'll get
you almost blew it.
Demonetized, yeah. Which are almost at. So if you guys could like and subscribe, we would really appreciate it because we're almost there. We got like 41 more to subs to go. We'd really appreciate it if you could.
Yeah, it'd be a big deal for us.
Yeah. You know. So what were you saying, my brother?
Yeah, no, I think I'd heard that on the radio that they said on the news that they said that there's some sort of Xbox type controller that was used, which is really strange for something that's.
Well, here, no, not really. A wireless controller, not really for experimental. I mean, that's how drones are driven. That's how.
Oh, really?
RC cars, RC planes, RC helicopters, and they some of them are huge. Yeah. Would I feel trusted in that? No, not at all. But
well, it was just that's unfortunate. I mean,
that's the controller.
Oh wow, yeah, that was.
Seth sent me that. The same one they use, 3350. Now the wireless controllers we would use to a lot of things that were motorized and special effects and stuff.
Yeah,
we used the wireless controllers, but our controllers were like $1,500. I mean, they were high end,
high tech, right? Yeah,
the ones they use for drone. The ones used for drones are not much different than an Xbox controller.
Yeah,
and a lot of those drone pilots are sitting in high rises in the cities that are closest to you. That looks like an office building, and you'd never know they're there. Yeah, so pretty interesting, but yeah. So, what are your thoughts on the Titanic?
Well, it's sad, of course.
Yeah.
It's not something I would do. I don't have
and we're not here to make fun of it.
Yeah, no.
Like I've joked about it one-on-one with you and a couple other people, but not public. I think people are going online and go, "Oh, I'm happy that." I'm like, really?
Yeah, no. I mean, it's I'm sad for the families, and
absolutely.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, what can you say, man? It just nobody likes to see something go south like that,
Oh, totally. And you're like, oh, they're bashing on billionaires and they should die, but they were just
why? Because
but they were just as happy, and without questions asked, they took the billionaires' shot. So apart from that, and vaccines are safe and effective, and ask your local doctor about them.
I don't care what anybody's wallet looks like, man. People are people. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, they got families, they got kids.
Yeah.
And I guess the kid, I think they were from, what country were they from? It was the son and the father.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Anyway.
Middle East, they were Middle Eastern and, some sort. I'm not sure which Middle Eastern country they were from, but.
Yeah. Anyway, so apparently the kid didn't want to go. He was terrified of going.
Right.
And he did it for Father's Day for his dad. He said he would go. Yeah. Not the money part of it, but.
Right. Just because, father and son, adventure and all that. I get it,
Right. And, so I've had all these discussions with people and this, that, and the other. And they're like, oh, we're going to find debris. I'm like, you're not going to find a damn thing.
Yeah. That's a lot of pressure down there,
I mean, basically the way that a physicist described it, and I've worked with things under pressure before. I know how implosions work.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a cylinder which wasn't sealed, right. And then you have basically, think of bombs all around it.
Yeah.
But the explosive force is set to discharge inward. Okay. Yeah. So that's all around.
Yeah.
So between that, the water pressure, and you're talking 60,000 square, was it 60,000 square foot-pounds per square inch of pressure, plus the cold. I mean, the water rushing in would cut you like a laser.
Yeah.
But basically, the guy said what it does is it basically deconstructs you at the cellular level.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you hate to not to make light of anything, but at least they didn't suffer. You know what I mean?
Oh, he said within a millisecond. Yeah. I mean, they didn't feel it.
Because I was concerned, when they were still, they were looking.
It's not like the movies where it's like,
right.
And like, heightened tension.
Well, when they were talking about, they were trying to estimate like when their oxygen would run out, and I thought, oh God, that's that's awful.
Here's the thing: the Navy knew day one.
Yeah,
they had the recording of the imploding.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if they're trying to cover up for other news stories. Not like anything was pressing, but they let it not be known.
Yeah,
and it's pretty interesting to see how psychologically this affected people. And they did it knowing that it was already done. They're like, let's follow the carrot. People have to, quit. Think for yourselves. Think if it's logical. And a lot of the stuff is to keep you, don't look at the fire. Oh, ice cream cone. Don't look at the fire. Want an ice cream cone?
Yeah.
Speaking of don't look at the fire. So Alice popped in from out of town.
Right.
Our artist Alice Carroll, guest on the show. So she's like, KB, I'll take you to lunch. I'm like, okay. So go to lunch. And we're talking about her art business and stuff. And I walk in. I've never been to this place. And all of a sudden I see a chick walking around in like lingerie.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
reminded you of me and you at the banana boat like 30 years ago.
No, right? First of all, I'm like, where the hell am I? And is that person I didn't know it was a waitress. I just saw walking away. I'm like, why? What? So I'm like, okay. So then I see a few other girls dressed provide. I'm like, so only you would take me to, boobs, buns, and burgers. It's called Twin Peaks or whatever. I'd never been to one.
Yeah. We got one here in town.
Never heard of it, dude.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I don't go out. I'm a hermit. Yeah. You know what I mean? I do this, and I write and
stuff. They got like 62 beers on tap or something. They got
and dude, every time the young lady would come up to the table, I'd be like, make sure to look her in the, I'm like, dude, I felt dirty being there. I'm like, because I walked in, I'm like, what, you take me to a gay bar? Because all I saw was dudes,
Right.
I'm like, whatever. I don't care if he took me to a gay bar. We're gonna have a drink and have lunch. I don't give a shit.
Right.
And I'm like, was this a gay bar? And she's like, no. And then I saw the lady walk. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a chain, I think. Like I said, there's one here.
And she's dying laughing because I had no idea.
Yeah, she got you.
Because we had walked, she walked out and there's a taco truck just by chance parked right across the street from my house.
Oh.
I'm like, shit, we don't even have to leave the street. She's like, no, you got to get out of the Bat Cave. Because everyone calls this place the Bat Cave because it's so dark,
Right.
I'm like, no, I'm in here.
I like it here.
Yeah. My air conditioning is here and my music and my movies. But I feel really bad. And here's the thing, and I was playing devil's advocate like I always do, the contrarian. I go, all right. I said, if you think about it, they're like, oh, the water. I'm like, okay. The calculator your grandma had?
Right.
Well, we went to the moon on less than the computer power that's in that fucking calculator in a tin can.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
So, and that's going out into infinite. I saw it as a parallel, and if it brings the attention to, hey, we only have 1% of the ocean explored, because we do.
Yeah.
And we really know more about outer space than we do our oceans.
Now, let me ask you this. And again, I don't know if what I heard was, correct or the same as what you heard, but
Yeah, well, there's so much bullshit floating around.
yeah. So apparently this thing was made out of some sort of like not proven composite material that's not been typically used in other submersibles. Have you heard that?
Well, okay. So normally, it's formed whatever it is. You have like it's made of steel. It's one piece. It's a contiguous piece of material,
Yeah.
and then there's holes within it and everything else for whatever you have to outfit. So what this was a sphere. I guess for the front and the back, and then the tube was like some carbon, whatever, some kind of new
Polymer.
technology. And from what James Cameron was saying, he was totally against it. He warned the guys not to do it because when they were making, if people don't know, James Cameron, the filmmaker, is an explorer, and he has he has a submarine company that does stuff similar to this, but he's very, it's high dollar, triple backups. He doesn't F around. When he goes down, there's a backup sub with him.
Yeah.
So there's, but he was like, yeah, we did not want that because what happens if it cracks? Like, and they had, but they did have sensors or a red light that would happen if a crack happened. So the last thing they could have done is look at a red light and then,
yeah,
right. I mean, holy moly.
Yeah, man.
And then the interesting thing happened in Russia today is I really don't know what's going on because I've heard different things from different people. Then you see a live, someone TikToking from Ukraine giving the update from their point of view with all this backup information. And then I talked to a few other people like, well, I haven't heard that at all. And people who are like kind of searching for it. So what's real? What isn't? Yeah. What's propaganda? What isn't?
How do you know?
Either way, it's very damaging to Putin,
Yeah.
But, and there was another thing of this huge bomb being dropped in Ukraine. So I didn't know if it was today or if it was an old video because you don't know with all this stuff.
No, you don't know what to believe. I mean, you don't even know what source to believe.
Right. And a lot of times they'll even post pictures that have nothing to do
with what you're,
yeah. So, which they've done many times. They're like, oh, it don't matter anymore. At this point, what difference does it make?
Yeah.
But,
well,
it's very interesting to see.
Whatever happens, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, we can't control it.
Nah.
Never will.
Just keep partying and hey.
So I go over to the beauty salon that my buddy runs, right?
Yeah.
So this is yesterday, and we're talking about the podcast and stuff, and he's like da da da. So he's talking about, oh hey, is there any way I can do like give away some hair haircut and dyes for women or perm or whatever? I'm like, we a lot of women watch our show if they're local. I mean, that would kind of be we could do something, and so we're bullshitting, and another couple of guys come in from the neighborhood that we were talking to when we were having a cigarette before he went in. It's like, yeah, da da da. So he came back, and he's the one who gave me the horseradish.
Oh yeah,
and the mustard from yesterday. That's like past volcanic. It's that hot, and I mean, talk about it. Like takes your whole, So he's like, okay, well, I got to cut in like 20 minutes. So we're BSing, and he pops up with a bottle of wine. We're having a couple of wines and stuff. Now, I used to work for this guy's dad when he was a kid. So I've known him since he's 12. You know what I mean? So we're bullshitting and this, that, and the other. And he's like, oh, and you see walking through by the window. Oh, there's my whatever, 6 o'clock or whatever. So he comes in. Guy's about mid 60s, right? And he looks like probably like a retired. That's an assumption on my part, bad on me. But he looks like a retired business guy, like maybe a plant manager or something. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Not too blue collar, but not too white collar. And we've got CreatiVity Talkin tunage on the big screen in the salon.
Oh, cool.
And the guy goes, that sounds just like the fucking Hives. And we're like, holy shit, it is the Hives. You just don't see him till the last 15 seconds. So it turns out he was like a professional touring musician in the 70s. We had this huge musical conversation. He'll wind up hopefully being on the show within the next month. Really
right
cool.
on.
Yeah, great conversation.
Nice.
So we're talking in there. So back and forth. Everyone's like, your guys' music conversation levels beyond my comprehension, So I asked him, I'm like, hey, I said, do you know why Smoke on the Water resonated so much with people? He goes, well, as a piano player, so Smoke on the Water is played in fifths. I'm like, you're close. He's talking. He's like, okay, da-da-da, and he's, this, that, and the other. And I said, basically Richie Blackmore said he just took da-da-da-da, put it backwards, and it was da-da-da. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I know I've mentioned that story before, so I got to use that.
Nice.
But yeah, we were like, holy shit. Because I'd never heard of the Hive before. I mean, I've heard of them, but I never.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, he was hip. He was hip to him.
Oh yeah, totally. He's like, man, those guys are one of the best live bands ever. I'm like, all right, and that's actually been echoed upon in our tunage comments.
Nice.
Which, by the way, thank you everyone for subscribing and commenting.
Got us close. We're almost there.
You guys have been rocking it for us for sure. So let's see what comments we got going on. Let's see. Oh, the bald guy that comes up to the desk is the original bass player for the band from the video.
Okay.
The Hives. The Hives are the best band on the planet, says Kevin M. Old Mayon, 1663. Old Miani. Sorry. I have to admit, I'm not a Metallica fan, but I was sick of the song until this version came along. He's talking about The Warning.
Yeah.
A lullaby where Alicia very sweetly puts you to bed, then Danny rouses the troops. Power shares a little prayer, and the angel chorus comes to sing you to sleep. Then boom, the hammer drops. I think of this very much as the female version of the tale. So good. Delicate, powerful, soothing, strong, gentle, fierce, all at the same time. I love this one. Yeah, like the others have said, live from Teatro version is the icing on the cake. Funny how nearly all of us, our favorite, The Warning song, is the last one we heard. They're a great band.
Oh, they're awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Another Wallace in Laveria says, great reaction. Looking forward to more. Cool. The Warning is on fire. Nice reaction from Picardia 00209. And 140977 Tavo says, I'm a big fan from Ale in the bass 2 Disciple, or Metrio is the same concert. Salute from Argentina, and that's for the
nice
Dust to Dust. Then there's a bunch of we had like 60 comments on that one Warning.
Yeah, I love Warning fans, man.
Yeah. We have Dave Lewin 59. Here's Latchy Doley slamming that vibrato bar. I saw Mahalia playing with him a few weeks ago, and that was Mahalia Barnes and the Soulmates.
Mm-hmm.
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I have another female singer that we'll have on tunage next week. That young, upcoming, and dude, her voice is. It's like listening to Smokey Brandy. Unbelievable. Let's say to take such an iconic song and make it your own is, in a way, is just Masterclass Champion League, and that's for Enter Sandman. Then what else we have here? Baby Metal, bunch of horns up, great reaction, guys. More dirty loops, please. And Corey 2 said Anderson. Anders Grantstrom 7128. And he's probably subscribed to us. So
nice.
Baby Metal, another horns up, Fox Face horns up. Nice reaction from Steve Chevy 3382. And now you have found out the major league cause of climate change since 2010. They bring the fire, and that's talking about Baby Metal.
All right.
Going to see Dirty Loops live for the second time in less than 3 weeks, counting the days.
Awesome.
That was from Ellen Gardis Gravenson, 1011. Thanks from Japan. This is from Flugel Horndelman, 1362. Thanks from Japan. The crowd involvement, mosh pit, call and response, chant, etc., occurs wherever they go on this planet. In your video, Sue shouted some words at 8:09. I love when people are like that detailed, so you're not guessing.
Yeah,
like that. Like pleases my OCD, and like it's such a
right.
Meaning bring them on. Fans analyze that as a provocative shout was thrown at people who've been ignoring, underrating, mocking, hating, and even trying to discredit baby metal. That shout may have been necessary in 2015, but no longer. She shouted it rarely since then, or she does it smilingly with her friendly voice now. The girls have grown up into beautiful ladies now. The maturity has added more attractiveness to this band. Please react to videos, including recent ones, to explore baby metal more. Absolutely.
Yep.
We were just going off of specific shows people were telling us to do, so we'll absolutely do it. Let's see. Then we have some more in baby metal. Wonder which will be your next favorite. Some great versions and performances of ROR, but I think this will always be the definitive version. Even hundreds of times, seeing this still brings an overwhelming sense of pride in them and a lump in my throat. And that was for Resistance.
Nice.
Great reaction, gentlemen, from Raw 2287. Stage presence, crowd control, amazing talent and energy. Suzaka Nakamoto, lead singer, is just 17 years old here, while the backup singers Moi Kichuchi and Yui Mizano were only 15, and I apologize if I mispronounce those. Suggest Karate Live at 2016 Download Festival in the UK, where 60,000 plus British metal fans were singing along with the girls. Until next time. Right on. Thanks, Ra. Faceplant, Horns Up. Let's see. Ding 5630. This is baby metal. June 2nd, they performed the song at a Taiwan concert. When the lead singer Sue Metal opened up the mosh pit, the audience 5 rows ahead of me were pushed towards me. I was pressed against the railing in front of the DJ booth and could only raise my hand to do a Fox sign and chat. Oh, that was okay. Along with the Moa Metal and Mamo Metal. At that point, I thought it was time to chant, whoa, 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 was too short. I really want to go see baby metal again with the Fox head. Pretty interesting.
Yeah,
you guys are great. I mean, there's more. I mean, there's tons of them here.
Yeah.
Even Uno himself said the throne will never be filled when he's talking about the Eddie Van Halen throne, because we said he's basically the heir to the throne, even though he's not sitting on it. He's still the heir. He's the best that style guitar player left. You know what I mean? And that's not an insult. He's always been the exception, But totally. So yeah. So we've been well, I know one of your friends said, "Oh, why don't you do a Taylor Swift song?" And then someone told me, "Oh, why don't you do Miley Cyrus?" $10 going to suicide awareness. How about that? Then I'll do it. But anyway, no. So we'll probably get around to doing some of those, but it's not our thing. I don't know what to do when I don't hear a guitar. I'm kidding, of course, but I mean, I listen to jazz and everything, but who's going to listen to, listen to people to be during jazz reaction videos? You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah. Anyway, what are you going to do? How's the weather by you? It's hot as balls here.
Yeah, it's getting that way here. We had rain all week. That's finally stopped, and yeah, it's supposed to get real hot. So.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, it sucks down here because the humidity comes with the heat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Seth had done some photography for the guys, the YouTubers Nelk. They got like 7.6 million subs.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, so maybe look forward to something from CreatiVity Talkin in some kind of something. Don't know what yet, but
cool.
And it's not approved by anybody. It's just something that they do. Whatever. Anyway, never mind. Shut up. But anyway, so what else is going on, Jason? I don't have much to list today.
Yeah, not much going on here. Just work as usual. Dying to get back in the shop, work on guitars. Haven't done that in a minute. Just been busy,
Right.
busy and tired. um, just family stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we had some commotion over here. So watching a movie last night over here, and Seth and his buddies decided not to go downtown to Chicago. They're gonna hang and watch a movie with me, right? So I'd already seen the movie. It's The Machine.
Oh, with Bert,
Dude, best.
Is it worth seeing?
Yes. Go out right now. Don't even stop at the ticket booth. Just whatever you have in your pocket, throw it at the ticket agent and go in.
Well,
he's best comedy in 30 years.
He's supposed to be coming here live doing his stand-up show here at the
dude, hilarious. Mark Hamill's brilliant in it. Oh my dude, so funny. And nothing's PC. It's all real life type of.
Oh yeah.
And he does a pretty good job, playing himself. And sometimes that's the hardest thing.
Yeah,
is to play yourself. Anyway, so I go in the room. I'm texting. Whatever. I heard my phone go off, so I checked my phone. I'm in there having a cigarette, whatever. And I hear, Dad, call 911, call 911. I'm like, what the fuck? So I grab my phone, call 911. His friend had got into a seizure.
Oh shit.
Never, no history.
Right.
And had to call the paramedics and had the paramedics. Wow. Dude, the paramedics were here. Kudos to Westmont Police Department. Kudos to Westmont Paramedic and Fire Department. The police were literally here in 15 seconds because they were 2 doors down at the bar.
Oh, wow.
Parked.
Yeah.
So first guy was here right away. And I know him from Johnny's Blitz and stuff from Johnny and all that.
Yeah.
My son also works right over here. So then, 3 other cops came within 20 seconds. The ambulance was here within a minute.
Yeah.
Because the fire department's maybe a mile away.
Cool. So
they're right on it.
Good response time.
Oh yeah, totally impressed, and they're totally cool.
Yeah.
And
so the guy's okay.
He's probably tired today, but
sure.
Got him some. I don't want to discuss his personal medical.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, as you know, my daughter.
He's released, and
my daughter when she was 11, out of the blue. I mean, never had a problem. All of a sudden, seizures. So I'm, I know that well. We're, we've been dealing with it for.
What was weird with him?
3 years now.
Now let me ask you this: what was weird with him is he turned jauntist.
Oh,
fucking bizarre. I work at a renal clinic, and you know what I mean. It was just weird.
Yeah.
But he's feeling better. But I'm sure. He's got a lot of doctor's appointments to go to and scans and
neurologist, everything. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it was
tricky. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh, he wants some water. I'm like, no, he ain't drinking any fucking water. Yeah. They're like, why? I'm like, because he can drown if he has another one. Like, we don't know what's going on right now.
Right. Yeah, let the professionals decide whether he can have water or not.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And they'll be here shortly.
Yeah.
I mean, it was that fast.
Yeah.
But holy moly,
Yep.
Crazy. So that's why the chair is missing.
Mm-hmm.
Has to get cleaned. But
it
was very Seth did the right thing. He was did what he did.
Mm-hmm.
And, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah,
because I'm not familiar with it. I know you are.
Well, yeah, however much I understand about it, but it's
well, I mean, you've been around it, so the randomness.
Yep.
Is and I don't know too much. Apart from that, I don't know if there's warning signs or.
Not necessarily. I don't think. I mean, sometimes it just
And that could probably depend by what is causing it versus.
Sure. Yeah.
But that's why I never understood. The people who are just freaking out over the past few years. I'm like, you can't. One treatment doesn't apply to all. Never.
No.
Health issues, anything health related, is like a fingerprint. Every disability. You could have 300 people with MS, and none of those 300 people are going to have the same thing.
Yeah.
They're going to have something else going on, something else,
Mm-hmm.
affecting it, or, making it happen, or,
Right.
triggering. So, it was just laughable that the medical community shut up. And then the people who knew the least had the biggest fucking mouths. And
Right.
I'm glad I was able to finally say that.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I'm not anti-medicine. I'm not anti-vaccine. But I am pro vitamin D, pro vitamin C, pro zinc and magnesium. But, it was just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Now people are, more is coming out, and the world is a very strange place at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Because that one report that I heard, because I don't know if it's true, and I'm not a fucking newscaster, I'm not a news reader. I tell fart jokes on the internet, okay? What they were saying is that Putin bailed, that this guy, Wagner, whoever that dude was who's like leading that group, sent 2,000 elite, because they're like kind of like BlackRock is here. Whatever that Russian guy who was doing.
Yeah, they're a mercenary group.
They have a huge private army like BlackRock.
Yeah.
So they said that Russia had sent missiles and killed a bunch of their guys. And so he sent 2,000 elites in New Moscow, and he said that they took over the Ministry of Defense. And I don't know if that was the city that was closer to Ukraine, because they already took over a city there.
Yeah, I don't think they went to the way I understood it, if I'm correct. They took over one city that was close to the border, and they were threatening to go into Moscow, but I don't think they actually did.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I don't,
we'll have to wait and see.
And remember, in war, the first casualty is the truth. So when people go, oh, this, and this, so it's for, I'm like, no.
Right.
And there's, of course, saying that the Russian death toll is 3 times what it is, or what's been reported. But
sure,
what they used to do: send 5 Russians, send 1 gun. So you'd have 4 guys behind the front line guys with the gun. The other guys would have ammunition. When the first guy gets shot and falls, the other guy picks up the rifle.
Yeah,
and blunt force doesn't necessarily always work,
Right.
Crazy times.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep sipping a cold one, and whatever happens.
I actually picked up some beers.
Nice.
Yo. I didn't know if yeah. Anyway, so what else is happening?
Not much here, man. It's I wish my life was a little more exciting, but
right.
Just,
I only had to put the cape on 3 times this week.
That's right.
I saw Flash like 3 times.
Yeah, did you go back? You went back for more?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I enjoyed it.
Cool.
Enjoyed it very much. And me and Seth did a Flash movie review for Father's Day, father and son movie review. So that was cool. Finally got him to fucking sit down.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. And then now I'm watching. I've been watching Kenny Arnett's podcast.
Kenny Aronoff, the drummer.
Sorry, Kenny Aronoff. Yeah. Even he gave us like a CreatiVity shout out.
Nice.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I started following. He had like 90 followers when he first started. So now he's up to like 2,000, 1,900 or whatever.
Cool.
But really good interviews.
Yeah, I read his book. Great book too. If you're interested in that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the one I'm watching now is an interview with Desmond Child.
Oh, cool.
Do you know how many records his songs have sold, dude?
Dude, I can only imagine. He was like the guy, the songwriter.
Just guess. Just spitball
it. I wouldn't even know.
Put some titties on it. Just spitball it.
3 million? I don't know.
Come on. Out of all those bands.
Yeah, I'm sure there's tons of bands I'm not even aware that he wrote with. I don't know, 50 million?
His songs with albums with his songs on it have sold over 500 million
500 million
copies,
wow.
dude.
Yeah, dude. He was.
That was everywhere. I'm like, plus, what a cool name.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, oh, that's a great stage name. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's a real name or if it's a stage name. I don't know, but
I don't know. I know he was doing all genres though too, man. He was just like,
Yeah. Well, yeah, like his mom worked at like the Copacabana, or his dad, and then his mom was like she was a huge songwriter, Latin from they're both huge in Cuba.
Oh, okay.
His parents.
Yeah.
You know, so he grew up around all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm probably misstating something, but
that's all right.
Right.
We run a loose ship around here.
Yeah. How low can you go? How low can you go? Yeah, so I was very surprised that I walked in because I would never in a million years walk into a boobs, butts, and burger joint. Well, I just not my thing, you know.
Hey.
I was just like surprised.
Hey, those waitresses need.
I'm not a prude by any, you know what I mean?
You know?
No way, but you know, I just get it. I'm like, man, what if they scratch their ass and they touch my plate? You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck.
Well, that could be at the Bulgarian restaurant too. I mean, really, you know.
Yeah, but her gaping asshole isn't like, you know, 6 fucking centimeters.
You had to go
from the end of her fucking fabric. Like you'd have to like really work at it to get your finger in your ass if you're at a normal restaurant. You have to go through the belt, couple layers. This just whoop, like, you know, not even like totally got us all the slide into porn. Not even that quarter, you know. And all of a sudden, you know, nailing your ass.
Maybe you're overthinking it. Just
I'm not overthinking it.
Enjoy the food. Enjoy the beverage.
Hey, Alice was thinking the same fucking thing. Let me tell you, it was pretty funny. We're like, what the? Oh my god. I'm like, don't order the fish tacos. But so we got the what do you call it? Brisket.
Oh, nice. How was it?
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard the food was good.
Yeah, the burger was great. It was like, dude, I felt like I was sitting at my grandma's table.
Yeah.
The burger's that good, you know.
Nice. So okay. So I mean, you know, if it was like all eye candy and the food sucked, I mean, then that'd be
if they had cloth to cover their sphincters, it would, you know, have been great, you know, experience. I'm kidding. No, I mean, but the food was good. I really enjoyed the food. I just didn't know.
That's a win. You know?
I didn't know. You know what I mean? So I walked in. I was like, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, otherwise I would have worn my Daisy Dukes.
Should have. Yeah, they've been sweet.
One ball hanging out. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I want to get a burger.
Hey, you girls, mind if I wait a few of these tables for you?
Right. Uh-huh.
Well, good. I'm glad you tried new things this week anyway. That's what really counts, you know.
Right.
Are you nodding off now, or are you
No, no, Alice is like, hey, are you in the middle of a podcast? I'm like, no, come on in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right on.
So I don't know if she's here or not, but yeah. She's known Seth forever too, so
yeah.
She's actually giving Seth the ride to she's staying in the northern burbs.
Mm-hmm.
So his buddy's doing some kind of BMW friggin' car meet or whatever. I don't know.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna find out.
Right. Because Seth's car kind of took a shit and he hasn't replaced it yet. So.
Oh, really? He's hoofing it?
Yeah, I mean, dude, he works a block from the house.
Well, that's handy. Yeah.
And it's a high-end restaurant, so it's not a, you know what I mean? So he's focusing, you know, all saving his cash for his photography stuff, new camera.
Cool. Cars will come later.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But
oh man,
there's one he might buy, but he's not in a rush, put it that way.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, no. But what you gonna do?
Hey.
What you gonna do? Alrighty. Well, I don't have anything for the soda report this week.
No, the only thing I saw, Jeff was over in I can't even tell you with any reliability the country, but he was
maybe Europe or something.
Yeah, like the Eastern Europe, something like that. And he was enjoying a local beverage.
Yeah,
I couldn't read the name of the.
yeah. He got to meet some dude he's known for a long time, but never met him in person.
Yeah,
but For those who aren't in the know, Jeff Scott Soto is the shit.
Yep,
one of the best rock and roll singers ever. And it's funny because the guy who's in the thing goes, "Okay, top 10 rock and roll singers." I'm like, Jeff Scott Soto.
Yep.
Dude, it's funny. Like, I didn't even bring it up, and he started talking about how much of a prick fucking Yngwie Malmsteen was.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. It's well known.
The Soto Report. This has been the Soto Report. But yeah, we'll have more. I had a lot of shit going on this week.
Yeah.
Then the excitement yesterday took up a bunch of. So yeah, we're in 41 countries and 347 cities on the audio side of the podcast. That's not all at once, but that's so far. We've infiltrated the world.
Nice.
So yeah, got some cool things coming up. Who do we have next week? We have Jason Wells Band will be on next week talking about Music Matters Festival, which funds music programs for elementary school age children in Indiana. And then there'll be another thing coming up. I don't know when it's going to air, but the original singer from Vixen will also be on CreatiVity Talkin. So
Janet Gardner?
Yeah. Yeah, just heard from Fred earlier today as
awesome.
As he was about to go and see Queensryche, which is playing at
Arcadia.
So we'll also have a next week on the show. We'll also have a 1 minute review from Fred on the Queensryche show. He was going to try to call him during the show. I'm like, no, don't call him during the show.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Okay, Jason, talk.
La, 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 la. I hate when he does this. Boy, what to talk about? I don't know. I guess I can just sit here and look stupid until he gets. He's back. Okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit and look stupid.
I'm always looking that way.
You can stand and look stupid.
Right.
It's all right. Well, you don't have to come on camera. I'm just saying it's okay to come in the room. Hey, buddy.
Who's that, Alice?
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, buddy. It's going.
Nice.
Buddy's here. Buddy.
There he is.
Yeah. Buddy, come here.
He can come on camera. Look at him. I see his tail.
Right. Oh, good boy. Good boy.
There, I got to see her.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
But here you are, man. Can you close that door, please? Alice, can you close that door? Thank you. Otherwise, the sound gets all weird. You have to have all the doors closed.
Right, yeah.
But anyway. All right, we'll wrap this one up. We ain't got a lot more to talk about, and we'll do a couple of tunages. But
cool.
All righty. Well, thanks, everyone, for watching. And please remember to... plus, the heat's dragging us out. We're like old men. Oh, my God, I was in the heat today. But yeah, don't remember every WTF is tunage.
Yep.
Oh, you probably think we forgot. Ralph!
I saw him today. He's good. He and my two, they just spent the week away at camp. So we picked them all up. They were all, it rained, man, like all week and even up there. So all those kids were, looked like drowned rats. They were all reeking. They needed a shower.
Yeah, they have fun.
They had fun, despite it all. But yeah, the amount of teenage body odor in one group of
nice. Any Sasquatch stories?
Muddy shoes and all. Yeah, we had to load everybody up.
How about monkey turkeys like Alice has?
I'm sure. I don't know.
No, they're penguin hyenas.
Penguin hyenas.
Wow.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk about that later. I've never heard of that, and I'm fascinated.
You know what it is?
Wild turkey.
It's a possum.
Oh, is it?
The possum. Nice.
Nice. Yeah, supposedly she got Godzilla living in the pool.
Nice.
No, it's a chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
One that can swim.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I saw Ralph. He's home. He's likely watching now. So
right.
Yep.
And remember, beware of aliens.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere now.
So if you see a UFO, report it. Yeah.
They're mainstream now. They're old news.
Right.
You know, it seemed like people were like more into the UFO thing when the government didn't admit to it, and then now they like, oh yeah, we got him. Everybody's like, eh.
Right.
You know, nobody cares now.
Right. What? Yeah.
Like, that's boring.
Yeah. It's because it's it's mind control.
Oh yeah.
Gotta have the aliens, and maybe sooner than later. I've been looking at props online.
Oh
yeah, so I'm looking for my dude. I can't. We got way too many pictures on here. Let's see. Maybe we'll get V meets the alien sooner than later.
Nice.
It was the last thing they expected.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Armed with a pack of Marlboros and
a humans. It's what's for dinner. Uh-huh. But anyway,
he was insatiable.
Right. All righty, man. So yeah, horns up. Don't forget to watch Tune In, like I said, and we will see you next week. Jason, my brother, love you, buddy.
Love you.
And don't let your meatloaf.
Hey, don't let your bags drag.
Nice. And that's some advice for the young men out there.